everyone. The COVID-19 crisis is evolving so rapidly. It's really day by day or hour by hour that we're getting new messages from residents, from businesses, and also from announcements from both the federal and the provincial government. And we are kept on our toes by keeping up with all of those and reacting to those announcements as they come in. On Tuesday, March the 24th, the town of Innisfil declared a local state of emergency and signed over our form to send to Ontario's emergency management leader. What that means is it gives the emergency control group and myself as the mayor ability to make decisions more quickly, and also helps with our procurement policies so that if we need some type of equipment, we have the ability to go out there and purchase that equipment without going through the full tendering and procurement policy. The state of emergency was declared in consultation with our emergency control group, which includes our fire chief, our police chief, and members of senior staff at the town. But it was also on the advice of our medical officer of health, Dr. Charles Gardner. The main reason for now is that we want to make sure that everyone, are taking seriously the advice from the medical professionals on what that they should do in terms of this emergency. So that was the reason why we did it. It does pose some challenges. First of all, we don't want people to panic and be afraid and run out and hoard supplies. That's not the intent. The intent was just to have them take it as seriously as possible, that these steps that we're asking people to take virtually, it's really very easy. It's not rocket science. If you're an essential worker, God bless you, be safe, and thank you for all you do. If you are not an essential worker, stay home. That is the message that we're trying to get out to people. Last evening, we had our very first virtual council meeting. Up until a week ago, that would not have been contemplated and certainly not allowed under the Municipal Act. However, the provincial government, understanding the severity of the situation, did pass legislation that would allow councils to meet virtually, and we had our very first one, and it went extremely well. I have to give a big shout out to our staff for keeping on top of all this. We thank our frontline staff all the time, but there's a whole bunch of people working behind the scenes who also are just working day in and day out. Our communications team, as you can imagine, communications is vital during a time like this, and also our IT team who put together a seamless live stream on our YouTube channel while council was able to conduct our business along with staff on a Zoom meeting. It was a fairly short meeting as our first one, just getting everybody used to wanting to mute and unmute, but it really went well. And we had over 50 people who tuned in and watched, which is really quite remarkable, given that at a normal council meeting, we have maybe a handful of the members of the public who ever turn out. So as far as being accessible and transparent, I think that this has been a great success. What we did was we temporarily waived or deferred. We temporarily waived property tax penalties and interest from March the 1st to June the 30th. So in essence, that does, you could defer payments of your property taxes until June 30th. And we also gave staff, our treasurer actually, delegated authority to extend that for 60 more days if he felt it was appropriate. My one piece of advice, though, to residents is be careful with your deferrals, because it isn't a grant. It is a deferral. So eventually these bills will have to be paid. So be careful how much you postpone, because that could be quite a debt in the future. We're We're happy to even take partial payments if that makes it easier for you. We'll work with you to get through this. And we'll meet again on April the 8th. And at that time, the town staff will have been able to read through the announcements that were in the economic statement just yesterday that the province did. And perhaps there could be some duplication of effort, or there could be some ways we could enhance the effort based on all the, I think it was 17 billion that the province promised in their economic statement yesterday. What's becoming a bit of frustration on my part is people understanding what the responsibilities are of the different levels of government. And I've had people, and I know people are afraid and anxious, but I've had people reach out to me and saying, you know, you're the mayor, why can't you just go into complete lockdown? I cannot override what the other levels of government are doing. We're working together, all three of us. And I like to think of it like a hockey game. Everybody has their position on the team, and everybody has to, if it's a successful team, everybody's got to play their position to the best of their ability. When the puck goes down the ice, everybody doesn't trip over each other trying to get to that puck. They let the person in that position to do what they're supposed to do with that puck, and then they're ready to do what their responsibility is when that puck comes to them. And that's the way we're trying to work with our other levels of government and with our health professionals, is allowing everybody to do what they're supposed to do. And just wanted to put that out there because I just feel like sometimes people think because I'm the mayor, I can do anything. I can, you know, send a police officer into somebody's home to break up a group of 10 that are together, or that I can, you know, close down a business that has been deemed essential by the province. And that's not the way it works, regardless of whether or not we declare a state of emergency. And so just want people to understand that we're all doing the best we can with the tools we're provided by legislation and what we have the power to do. And we're all working, all three levels of government are working under the advice of the health professionals. All of the medical office of our health are giving direct advice to mayors, to the premier, to the prime minister. And we're all going off that advice because it is the health professionals that should be in charge and give us this advice.